Pleasant morning, Malegaon. Welcome to the fifth day of Faculty Development Program. Today we have our resource speaker, Dr. Usman Ahmad Sir, HOD Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, Exam Branch Coordinator, Global College of Pharmacy. Now I am pleased to invite Dr. C.H. Naveen Kumar Sir, Professor, IQAC Coordinator, to introduce our today's resource speaker, Dr. Usman Ahmad Sir. Thank you.
Thank you, very good morning, one and all. We're present for today's session, the Faculty Development Program. So, fifth day, we are continuing from starting day one onwards. It was really great. Everyone has their own views regarding our Faculty Development Program team, and we are learning new things every time. And there was really a different type of inputs are being kept in us, and we are just forwarding ourselves, and we are going on. So today's we have a new speaker, Dr. Usman Ahmad Sir, who is a part of our organization, who is working in our Global College of Pharmacy. So I want to brief about Dr. Usman Ahmad Sir. He is with a great honor and pleasure, I introduce our esteemed guest speaker for today, Dr. Usman Ahmad, a distinguished academician, researcher, and institutional leader in the field of pharmaceutical sciences. Dr. Ahmad is currently working as professor and head of the Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry and exam branch coordinator in our Global College of Pharmacy. Previously, he served in key leadership roles at Deccan College of Pharmacy, Hyderabad, where he held positions such as Vice Principal, Head of the Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, and Exam Branch in charge. Significantly, he has contributed to academic and also the administrative growth of the institution. Dr. Ahmad brings with him an exceptional career over 20 years in teaching, research, and academic administration. He is a life member of the Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India, APTA, IPDA. He currently serves as an executive council member for APTA. He served as senior examiner and evaluator for Osmania University, JNQH, Hyderabad. And he has employment PhD thesis evaluator from Jamia Ahmedabad University, New Delhi, and also various universities in India. So he served as an editorial board member and reviewer for various journals, and he published many papers in national and international journals, over 105 papers, and published 9 textbooks, and 9 patents have been granted to his credit. And he is a senior member of the Self-Resident Committee at Osmania University, Hyderabad. And Dr. Ahmad dedication and excellence has been acknowledged through numerous, including the most contributions and outstanding and loyal employee special appreciation award, best research guide award, outstanding professor award, Bharati Shiksha Gaurav Puraskar, Excellence Award in Pharma Education and Research. It is not less to describe about him. There are more things to describe about him. And he has attended many guest lectures across the national and international platforms. Notably, he was invited to present a webinar on optimizing medication management in critical care for AA Common College of Health Sciences and Nursing, Medina Munawwar, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and spoke on pharmacy education in India at Monash University, Melbourne, Australia, and career and job opportunities for pharma students at Anurag University, Hyderabad. So he has many overseas contacts with him, and he is one of the well-known person in Hyderabad who has the excellence in education in the pharmacy. So I welcome Dr. Usman sir, HOD, HOD of Department of Honorary and History, and also is the Exam Bank Coordinator, Global College of Arts. Please welcome sir.
Thank you, Dr. Navi, for the nice introduction. I'm pleased to be here today as the last day of the DP program. Since 5 days, we are organizing this program, and we have seen a lot many visitors, a lot many speakers who came from different fields of the education, and they have given their guidance on different topics. And I feel blessed and very much thankful to the management for giving us this opportunity to conduct this FDP. And I'm thankful to the Vice Principal, Dr. Rahman Sahib, and our coordinator, Dr. Nabi, and along with all the team, Ms. Samina, Mr. Karimullah, the coordinator itself, and all the faculty who has helped us, the non-teaching staff. Well, coming to the topic, so as professionalism and etiquettes in academia, so the topic is, you can say, a very simple topic, as we all are aware, professionalism and etiquettes. Like we all are professionals, basically we are all educationalists, and we all actually follow professionalism and etiquette in our daily life. Basically, if I say professionalism and etiquette is always there in our life, we follow that, that's why we are all educationalists, we are all professors, associate professors, assistant professors. But sometimes, because of the pressure which we get from the different strategies, like different you can say the routine of our teaching, you can say, in that way we get a pressure from you can say the documentation part, the mark sufficiency, evaluations and all. So we forget sometimes to follow professionalism, right? We sometimes tend to get pressurized and we lose that sort of interest in maintaining or to follow the professionalism. So what actually the professionalism is? Basically, professionalism does not mean we are very much well dressed, we are very much communicative. Is that means professionalism or something else? Professionalism is actually how you make others feel. That is professionalism. Okay, so I would like to see why it is important, why this matters to today, that why we should be professional. Is it not that we simply come and tell? Is it not that simply we come and tell our expertise? We just tell whatever we know. We know the subject expertise. We tell that and we do. Is it necessary to maintain professionalism in class? Is it necessary to maintain professionalism with the manager? Is it necessary to maintain professionalism with the colleague? Yes, it is important because it gives you a boost of confidence, trust. You will develop a trust between each other colleagues. It will develop a trust between a teacher and a student, right? So that is, so why it matters to us? Like, as I told you, professionalism is like not getting well dressed. It is something like you have to make yourself, you can say, behave in a way where others will feel that you are professional. That is the main thing, right? So, education is evolving. We all know that education is evolving. There is a lot many changes in education. Since when we were a student, we were having some sort of different types of teaching methods our teachers used to follow, and we used to adapt to that. But now the changing time, changing technology, changing lot many strategies which comes and getting applicable to the class. So there's a change in the education. So we have to adapt it. It's something like we all are aware that we need to get updated ourselves with the time, changing time. If we won't get updated with the changing time, then someday will come that they will not be of value. Other speaker who came just 2 days back, I heard that the speaker was telling like, we have to update yourself, otherwise some time will come where the robots will be teaching, right? There will be no use of any manual teachers to teach the students. So we need to get updated with the education. Professionalism, as I told you, it's not just a dress code, it's just that how we treat others. We need to see that how we treat our learners who come and get the knowledge from us. That is important, right? And other than that, etiquette. Etiquette is what? It's a word which describes manners. What kind of manners we have. Generally we know about that. But etiquette is something like how we behave with our learner. How we behave with our setup, the teaching setup, where the learners will come, where our colleagues will come, where our employer will come. So these three things are very important, which we need to do. So involved education needs professionalism, respect and intentional etiquette. The one etiquette which we got from our, parents. They brought us, they gave us the education, they made us what we are today. But the other thing is we need to inculcate an intentional etiquette in us. We need to see that some etiquettes we need to follow. We need to inculcate this because if you go to a certain organization, their etiquettes are different. If you go to another organization, their etiquettes are different. So we need to inculcate that. We need to develop in us. Now, the modern education professional code. So what is actually the code? How we should be. How we should be professional. Right? So, expertise, empathy will lead to credibility. We all have an expertise. We are expert in some subject. We are expert in some topic. And in that, if we mix it with empathy, so we all have empathy. Right? So if we make that, then it will lead to credibility. Simply giving expertise will not give you the results. We need to mix empathy with that. Then that will be turning it into credibility. So there was an experiment where teachers were seeing whether they have empathy or not, whether they are trustworthy or not. So the students who were taught by the teachers who have high empathy, they perform well in their final exams, or they perform well in their subjects. Whereas the teachers who are not having empathy, they have knowledge but there is no empathy. So in that case, the students have a problem to approach that lecturer. So the results are not that much good than compared to the teacher who was having empathy with it. So being a great educator is not just about what you know actually, but how you make students feel while they learn. You need to make them comfortable. You need to make them adaptable to your way of teaching. Every teacher will have a different way of teaching. Right? So other thing like ethics. What ethics? We need to follow when you are in action in your teaching. You have integrity. Integrity is like something which is not being seen, but you know that someone is seen. Right? That is integrity. Fairness, accountability. Right? So again, the colleges who are using self programs, social emotional learning programs, which teaches good behavior, have 11% increase in their results. So the students, you can say, they are faced bullying, right? We all know that ragging and bullying is a common thing, so that we already applied a lot of measures to stop the ragging, but still some students, they face bullying. So if there is an accountability, if there is an integrity, if there is a fairness in decisions, so the cell program which is being adopted, so there we have seen 11% increase in the trust of students on the educators. So here ethics will create a soft, respectful and fair learning spaces for everyone. Like it's soft space. If we see the cultural and emotional intelligence, cultural, different kinds, different cultures. We have seen lot many institutions has so many students from different culture, right? They have a different kind of emotions. They have different kind of emotional, compatibilities. So for that kind of students, actually, if you are cooperative, we have seen so many universities even in India. They give admissions to foreign nationals, and many foreign nationals are graduating, post-graduating. They are doing their doctorates in Indian universities. So how they are getting a doctorate? Many universities are seeing that they are being adopted, they are being valued. That kind of respect is being generated so that foreign nationals are taking admissions to Indian university, right? So you can see here student perception about, you can say there is an increased open-mindedness. There is an increased open-mindedness in the students. Students are relying, they are open. They are open to talk, they are free to talk with the educators, they are free to talk with the employer, the educators, the professors or whoever are there. So here also, you can see that it helps in creating a classroom where all students feel comfortable and included. Because different cultural backgrounds, right? Every student, some are coming from Malaysia, some are coming from US, some are coming from Africa, Sudan. So they are being adopted, they are made a part of our education. So the training will resonate, it parallels more with current academic challenges. Okay, so there are a lot of educators, there are a lot many educators from the society, they have signaled, they have given us the, you can say, information that there is need to change the, you can say, the way how the teachers are. They have to be more professional, they have to be more organized, they have to be more challenging. So many educators have given their views. So you can say the same truth, the truth actually here is, they have told the same thing, like we need to change, we need to get adapted to the changing environment, we need to change our way of teaching, we need to be very much understanding with the students, we need to provide good, you can say, option for the students to opt you whenever they want to come and talk to you, you should be in a position to help them out, right? So in classroom, like we all are aware, we need to build a kind of respect. We all are aware that around 100 students will be there in the class and all 100 students will not be the same, right? Each student will have a different kind of mentality. I think you all are aware that in schools, when teachers is being had, they are supposed to go with pre-primary teaching training. And I hope everyone knows about that. Even in India, we follow it from long back, and they are supposed to have bachelor in education as a teacher. But I feel that every teacher, whoever is becoming a teacher, they should know or they should undergo a training how to be a teacher. Unfortunately, I feel it's my perception that many teachers don't undergo a training to how to be a teacher. Teaching is unfortunately opted as the last option when you don't have any other way to go. So teachers like you're not getting employed anywhere, so let us go and join a college as a teacher. And teachers should know the qualities, like how you are supposed to be a website developer, for example. If you are an AI technologist or something like that. So you need to have certain training in that. You will be placed somewhere, you will be given 3 months coaching, 4 months coaching. But as a teacher, do we get the training? No, we don't get. Simply we join as a teacher. So whatever knowledge we have, we are just giving that knowledge. But how to be a teacher? There are not many great teachers we have in India. As we celebrate 5th September as Teachers Day, in the birthday of our Honorable Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, right? And we do have our religious figures also. They are being a good teacher who taught us so many things. But as a teacher, when we join in any college, we do not have a practice to become a teacher. So that is creating a lot of problem. And students, they have to get adapted to the teacher who are coming, especially in higher education, semester system. They get adapted, it will take around 1 month time. So once they get adapted and they concentrate on the teacher, then suddenly the exams come, they finish up the syllabus, and again the teacher gets changed. So every 3.5 4 months, the teachers get changed. And even some colleges also have a problem that even every 1 month or 2 months, the teachers are getting changed. So student has a problem. So this definitely affects their results. I feel that this definitely affects their results. So here, as we all are aware that we already go to the classes and we all supposed to be very much on time to the classes, and we have to finish the class on time. We should not be late to the class so that students will get bad impression on us. We should respect the timetable or the schedules, whatever is being given to. And of course, we all do this, but still. And we have to create a safe space for dialogue. Dialogue is what? Monologue is what I am telling you. What do you mean by dialogue? It is like we need to give a chance for them also to speak up. That is a dialogue. So there should be a safe space for the dialogue. They should be given the chance to speak. And speak means in the way like they have to clear up their doubts or anything. If they have any issues, they can come up and talk to you. Listen to understand, not to respond. You need to understand that each student has a different kind of mentality. They will have a different kind of problem with them, and every problem has a solution. Being a senior, being an experienced person, you will have solutions and you give them the best possible solution to solve that. Right? So we should be understanding them, not responding. And we can even, you can say, ask for feedback, we can give the feedback, and it is not for breaking you or breaking them. It should be to make you, right? It should be to make them. You are making up. So feedback is like criticism, you need to take it as constructive way, right? You should not take it as a destructive way. Criticism is to just make you, to deal with any things which supposed to be, you can say, improved in you. That is, you can. So lead with respect, listen with intent, and create spaces where every voice feel valued. This should be the motto when we are going as a teacher in the class. Now, communication that connects. So, how to communicate? What are the basic things which we should adopt? It's nothing. There's no rocket science. There's nothing. It's just natural, right? Naturally we talk. Naturally we should adapt to it. So, calls, emails, messages, voice, this all counts. So, if you're calling, this applies to your colleagues. This slides applies to your colleagues. So, the calls which we make, the emails which we send, or the messages or the voice, all it counts. So how it should be? It should be with the students also sometimes, it should be with the parents also. It makes an impression, it stays what you are. So it's important to be clear, polite and professional. Right? Like we all are aware, the texting, you can say, for a lighter moment, I can tell you that if you're texting, right now we write it as OMG. OMG is a shortcut for, oh my God. There are so many shortcuts which came, even I don't know. Sometimes I see youngsters, they write short forms for messaging. But this type of short forms can be actually adapted between the friends. But we can't write it for professional communication, right? So, using subject lines, clear subject lines, and respectful tone. For example, if you are intimating something about a class, you need to write there only, headline. Right? For example, here you can see assignment deadline update or instead of hi. So you don't write hi, hello, okay, it won't look professional. Rather you can say directly write what is the message is meant for. So the person will, and there you cannot judge anyone who's getting close to you by telling hi, hello, how are you. It's somewhat like very personal. Instead of that, the purpose is just to inform about the deadline of assignment. So better you write assignment deadline, right? Examination duty, right? Something like that. So it will be very professional than compared to the one which is high level. The other thing is respectful tone. The tone is like the other day Dr. Naveen was telling there are hard skills and soft skills. Hard skills like something we are telling with very harsh voice. Whereas soft skills are, we are telling with very professional and low, right? So, these applies here. It means like polite words, proper greeting, and posing your message kindly. Dear students, regards, like this kind of actually things are very important. It creates a lot of good impression on student, your colleagues, and even parents also. They will feel like you are a professional. Really, you are adopting it. Okay, so this shows that you have been valued the other person's time and keeps communication professional and easy to understand. You do not have to write the complete story, right? Just a single message. Messaging is like short messaging service, the SMS, right? SMS is short messaging service. So when it is for short messaging service, why you are writing a letter in message? You write it in mail. But on mobile only you have to write like something happened today. My duty was there, you came late, I felt uncomfortable. This was happened, I tried to explain you, you were not there, then I met you, again I saw you, you went away. And this is what, you just go on explaining everything on message only. No, that's not the way. For that purpose, you have to meet personally and you have to sit. And lot many miscommunications will happen on mobile. Text messaging is a very big boom to us, but sometimes it is even disadvantageous to us because many things, the emotions which we have while telling, can't be recorded on message. So the other person may feel offended even if you are not telling that with any offense. Right? So that happens. You need to avoid that. So good communication builds trust and avoids confusion. Okay, so very short communication. Right? I just give you an example and move on. I have an honor to meet VIPs, VVVIPs. And when I went to them, I used to think like they are the people who have been respected from all societies, all communities. When I met them and I found that they don't talk much on anything, they just want it in few words. They don't have time to listen on to the stories. They just tell yes or no. Just tell me in few words, that's it, one line, one single line, 3 words, 4 words, that's it. So we should have a habit of concising, summarizing everything in 4 or 5 lines, that's it, 4 or 5 words rather than not even lines. So it's better if we do that, so that it saves a lot of time, it will be very professional and it will be very, very much straightforward. That creates a lot of good impression on you while communicating. Thank you. So next, manual and digital etiquettes in the hybrid age. So manual and digital etiquettes again the same thing. While you are taking online class or an offline class, you need to be present and engaged. It humanizes you. While telling the lecture, sometimes we are telling the lecture and our mind is somewhere else. So that's clearly being observed by the students. You have to be 100% present while you are giving a lecture. So it humanizes you. Humanizes means because we are humans, right? That's why it humanizes us. So in classroom, you have to be involved. Making eye contact is very important. You are paying attention to each student, right? If you are making an eye contact, every student is important. If you are just concentrating on one side, it doesn't mean that you are not teaching to the other students, right? You need to see that side also. It doesn't. If you are seeing these two sides, if you are not seeing at the back side, you need to see back side also. The last bench, the last person also should be seen by you. You should have the eye contact with that person. That is, you can say, when you go and when you are in a battlefield, and when you stand and you see that this much is my area for fight, right? So that much is my area. That all comes under my jurisdiction. So that is what my intention should be when I am in class. All students, the common students is also my student and I am teaching to that student. Being physically present, being student, connected and respected, they easily identify. All students easily identify whether this lecturer is getting connected to us or not. When you are engaged, students are more likely to engage too. If you are engaged, then they are engaging, otherwise they will not take interest. Only few body language, few signs will tell them that this lecture can't be connected. Starting when you go for a class, just 10-15 minutes. That's it. In 10-15 minutes, they will see whether this lecture can be concentrated or not. And nowadays, as the other speaker was telling us that nowadays the time span for concentration also got reduced, like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. I was listening one audio, I just want to tell you. So there's an act in, so that the person who's giving that, he himself is telling that this act will be only for 20 seconds. So he himself is telling you before only that this act will be for 20 seconds. So just listen to it for 20 seconds, not more than that. So he is grabbing attention again by telling that give me your 20 seconds. Because nowadays 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, not more than that. So be mindful, chat respectively. So when it is required to talk, when it is not required you don't talk. Not everything is supposed to be commented, okay? Some things are there where you need to keep quiet. You can't talk as a lecturer, as an educator. So even when you are online, for example, when you are in an online class or sometimes when you got a call, so you have to mute your microphone. Somebody is talking from the behind and you have kept your microphone open, so it creates a bad impression. And somebody called you, some important call is there, and you are just keeping that person on hold and you are talking to someone in behind you. That is also a bad practice. Rather you can ask for the excuse or you can keep it on mute and you can proceed. So keep the messages clear, as I told you already, avoid typing over the others, and social media, be visible but be wise. So we are supposed to use social media, but we have to be very much visible and we have to be very much wise. Even a single word what you are writing will be seen by so many people all over the world. So what you are writing, that is important. What you are texting, that is important. That gives you an image. You have an image on social media. And how you want to keep, you can keep. Many people are keeping image like they are not in their real life, but they keep it on social media. That is also there. But what image you are getting on social media, that image will be taken by everyone. So you have to be active on professional platforms like LinkedIn, right? Academic networks. There are so many. You can say if you want to report your academic research work, you have ResearchGate, right? There is academically. There are so many websites where you can report your work, and you have to make accounts and you have to be present there. LinkedIn is an often, you can say, widely accepted platform where you can make your profile and get, you can say, your presence there. So you can share the relevant content, but to avoid oversharing. So you need to avoid oversharing personal details and controversial topics. It's better we don't talk because we are not the experts on that. So what is our thing of expertise? That only we should talk, not the other thing. Always maintain a professional image online as it reflects your credibility, right? Sometimes you will be assessed based on your social media platform. One of the organizations where I went, I just met the higher people there, the hierarchy. So before going there, they asked my social media platform IDs. So I was, you can say, surprised why they are asking that. Maybe I thought like they want to get connected to me. The often first time we get, but they want to scan me. What kind of person I am? Nowadays, if you want to meet anyone, you just see the social media. You will find the type of person, how the person is. And based on that, the people are meeting. They have a parameter of meeting someone. So be mindful of what you post. It shapes how your others perceive you, how others will think about you. Now, 5 generic best practices in academia. There are 5 different best practices. Very quickly, I will just go through. You have AI awareness. That is very important. You all are, you can say, aware that nowadays artificial intelligence is everywhere. So artificial intelligence is very important either for teaching or either for students. But there are some advantages and disadvantages. Yesterday I was seeing a video where the former runner of Miss India, she was asked about AI. So she told like how it is, I can say, beneficial as well as how it is dangerous. Inclusive teaching, gender neutral language, varied learning styles. You need to be very much cautious while using language when speaking about gender. There should be no difference between a male and a female. There should be no difference between one religion or the other religion. All students are equal to us. Everyone is equal to us. Every student is equal to me. Whoever it is, that should be the, you can say, motto of the scenario. Feedback loops, you have to regularly check in with the students. Every time you need to check in with the students. They may not come, but you need to take the feedback. Whether if they are quiet, why they are quiet, that is what is our, we get 1 hour. And we can concentrate on each students. Like that, we get a bonding. We get a trust. Because what I feel is when I am working for any organization, I feel like if I am here for 8 hours, from morning to evening, I will be in college. So this is my second family. And the family which at its home is home. So this is my second family. When I am at home, that is my first family. So from morning to evening, if anything unfortunate happens to me, who will come first? The colleagues who are with me, they will come first, and the students who are with me, they will come first. Then they will inform to my people and they will come back. But first people who are ready to respond to you is the people who are working with us and the students who are our students. So I feel like this is our family. So when we have such kind of bonding, everything gets easy. Every pressure will get easy. That is what should be the, intention of becoming a teacher. Peer learning. So peer learning is just like collaboration. You have to collaborate. You have to see that the things will be done in collaboration. Nowadays, when we were in school, that time the strategy was different for teaching. Nowadays, every student who are in kindergarten, they are being taught to be collaborative, you can say, outcomes, right? They are being given a lot many, you can say, challenges to become a collaborator, how to work in a team. So, forward thinking practices will instantly make you stand out. So, these are the only 5 I have given you. There may be many, but I feel like these are very important, and quickly I just gave you. So, Important thing is how our behavior is with our management, like how it is with our employer. So we often feel that we have been appointed for some job in organization and we have to come to their expectations. Definitely, management also knows. Space.
Space नहीं है. Continue.
Hello. So, not many managements hire an employee to expect something from them. They have been given some sort of duties and they have to adopt that. But management also knows that how much they are expecting, that much can't be given by that particular employee. But they expect us to give what is being expected. So we need to follow certain guidelines, simple guidelines, that we should be respecting their policies, and whatever policies each organization has, their different kind of policies. And especially we need to get adapted with that, and each institution just keep a set of framework, and we need to get adapted to that. We can't get something from out, but we have to get adapted to whatever they have been instructed us to. They have a vision and we need to help them to get their vision. That is what is our motto. There should be clear communication with the management. Keeping management informed leads to better support and resources for your work. So if you keep on informing your management, if you are in touch with your management, then you may get excelled in your work. You may get, easy sources. Whatever is being given to you, you can use them properly. You should be very much reliable. If you are reliable, if you become reliable from management, the management will also be happy to give you some additional tasks. And definitely you will be given the extra pay also if you want. But you should become reliable. You should try to keep their faith in you. You need to take the responsibilities and keep them fulfilled wherever they are. Teamwork, of course, this is very important because you are a team. And every team has, like an army of a soldier. A king has an army, where every soldier is not same. One will be the vice soldier, the supreme, one is a commander. So each soldier will have a different capacity, or you can say quality, to fight with the enemy. So here also we have a team, and every team member will be having a speciality, and that speciality can be adapted to get in the process, right? And you have to be very much flexible. So we have a intention that we don't want to be flexible, we don't want to go there, we don't want to do this, we don't want to. No, you should be flexible. You should be flexible. Whatever task given by management, you should see that it should come to their expectations, surely. Now, what is your career or continuous growth? So, how you see your growth here is? So, growth is like how much experience you become. It doesn't mean like you have achieved everything. Every day is a day of growth. Every day is a day of learning. So, you need to learn every day, every time. So, if you want to work, you have to want to grow. If you want to grow, then you have to reflect what worked and what did not. So, if you have an experience of 5 years, if you have an experience of 10 years, if you have an experience of 15 years, if you have an experience of 20 years, so what did work and what did not work? Because everyone is not perfect. We need to change according to the time, adaptability. Because I told you in the starting slide, like education is evolving and we need to evolve along with that. So we need to reflect how it is going on. And we need to learn. Learning is every time. Learning is a process. It doesn't mean like if I am senior, if I am very much experienced, I will not learn. No. Every day is learning. We can learn anything. Anytime. There is no specific age. There is no specific time to learn. Every time. Till the death also, we just keep on learning. Webinars, peer group, podcasts. So these are the ways that we can attend and we can learn. If you have time, if you are free, try attending a webinar. If you are free, try listening to podcast which is similar to you. There are so many podcasts available, so many good speakers. You can go to anyone, you can start listening. You will get the knowledge from them. You will learn from them. Then evolve. Evolve is like evolve yourself. Right? So professionalism is not a one-time task. Like how the learning process is there, how the education is there. Professionalism also is going on, doing. Every time we need to adopt it. Every time we need to inculcate in ourselves. So your takeaway mission, what should be the takeaway for today's session? The takeaway should be, you should ask yourself whether you're definitely modeling yourself as a professional and are you doing what it is expected? And whether your behavior is inclusive and intentional? Are you running yourself with the mind or brain? There are two terms, brain and mind. Are two same or different? I ask you, anyone? Brain and mind, both are same or different?
Everyone will have the brain,
Yes?
but according to the situation, our mindset should be.
Exactly, sir. You are very near to the my question. Actually, brain is like anatomy. You all have similar kind of brain makeup. Maybe some weight will be changing, but makeup is same. Whereas mind is something like mindset. The type of thinking what we have, the utilization of our mind, how we utilize. Some people utilize their mind as a celebrity. Some people utilize their mind as a singer. Some people utilize their mind as something else. But as a teachers, how our mind should be, how our mindset should be, that we need to adapt. So we need to see that our mind is actually how we should be. And what's one thing I will improve starting today? So you just decide from here what you want to improve in you today. Whether only getting well dressed up is enough, or only you can say having good knowledge, complete knowledge is enough. If you have good knowledge, everything, but you can't express it, if you do not have a professional way, then it's fixed. You need to work on. So just identify what one thing you want to improve today. So be the standard you set. Okay, you make a standard, you set the standard, reflect. Include, improve. Right? Now, professionalism is not just how you teach. I told you in the first slide itself, so I'm coming back, final thoughts. It's how you make others feel. That is professionalism. And student may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. They will never ever forget. I remember when I was in my lower kindergarten, I tell you today also. So I was first taught to hold a pencil. That was the first day when I took a pencil in my hand. So teacher took the pencil, kept in my fingers. When I was able to hold it, she was pressing my fingers. I was getting the pain. I was crying, but she was unable to understand that I am getting pain. I forgot the teacher also, but I remember that pain till today. The first day when I took pencil in my hand, that was the pain I got. And today, till today, after 44 years, 45 years, I remember her. So that is what is. Every student will remember how you make them feel. And first impression is the last impression. Somebody said, I don't remember the person who told, it takes 4 seconds to create first impression and 4 years to uncreate it. 4 seconds impression, the first impression is the first impression. And even if you want to change that impression, it will take around 4 years to change that impression. So likewise for ours, like our profession for teachers, student will never forget how you make them feel. It was told by Maya Angelou, one of the renowned educationalists. So as educator, our true impact lies in building confidence, right? And earning respect, and also making students feel valued. And it's not just what we teach, right? Expertise, surely, but how we make them feel, that will shape their journey. So thank you everyone. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so so much, sir. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for your inspiring session on professionalism and etiquettes in academia. Your presentation highlighted the importance of maintaining professional standards, effective communication, and respectful interaction in academic settings. Your guidance will undoubtedly benefit us in our academic and professional pursuits. Once again, thank you so much, sir.